always got to answer questions. What's up, guys? Charlene and Noelle from the Challenge Queens. Oh my gosh. If y'all have not seen these two yet, this is really, really fun. And they are the super coolest people ever. Like, for real, you two, I really, really like hanging out with you guys. If y'all talk to my team internally, y'all would hear us like just constantly gush about how cool y'all are. So thanks.
Oh, thanks so much.
I know, it's so great.
Oh, we love you too, Chris. You're super fun.
All right, so what we do here, guys, is this is just Blitz Q&A and you guys helping us understand how to do what we need to do. Challenges are a huge deal right now. There's nobody I respect more in the challenge circle than these two people right here. So Charlene and Noelle are challenge experts. Their brand's called the Challenge Queens. I've known them for a while, and they do really, really good challenges. So they were willing to jump in our Facebook group today and explain some things about challenges and really building that constant community feel and connection. And challenges do such a great job at that. And challenges don't have to be expensive. They don't have to be complicated. You just get engagement. So Noelle, Charlene, I will shut up and let you guys have it. If anybody's got questions as we go along, as always in this community, just interrupt all you want, ask questions, and we'll throw you in there and say, hey, good morning to all.
Good morning, everyone.
Tuning in from Florida. Nice. I'm looking at my phone, not because I'm doing anything weird. I'm not playing Candy Crush. I'm just gonna make sure I can welcome people.
That's hilarious. You wanna open us up in here?
Yeah, so basically we do love challenges, and we'll tell you why we love challenges. Challenges and any virtual event, really, summits, masterminds, anytime you have a community of people meeting online, working towards one goal, we love that. We love that environment. And so Charlene and I met last May in a movement-based marketing course called Movement Maker, and by Pedro Adeo. And so what we did there was we just became friends and we supported each other. So I have a business with my husband, and I was there to learn about how to bring that online during COVID. Charlene was at home with her daughter as a single mom during COVID, and so she wanted something to do as well. And she's a life coach, so she was looking to grow her online community. And we just kind of supported one another in our own challenges and stuff like that. And then we met other people in there, and we were kind of just supporting each other, right? Brainstorming and things like this. And then we met one of our mutual friends was a pig farmer from Ohio, and he got 876 women into his challenge group organically. So he was like, he ran something called Women, Wine, and the Word. And so he was like, help, like, what am I going to do with these 876 women? Really? So Charlene's like, I'll help you. And then I went to register just to kind of show my support. And I was like, who made this horrible registration form? I was like, people are not going to come in. Like, let me design you something. I have a design background. And so Charlene's like, you're in. Come on, let's go.
You're on the team. Yeah, done.
So we kind of just started working on this event out of the necessity and kind of just supporting as friends and serving the community. And then we helped another friend, and soon enough it was like clients knocking at our doors instead of friends. We're like, we better put a price list to this thing. And so that brought us up to like November, December. Up to date, we've run 25 virtual events over the last 9 months, but we actually took November and December off because we were like, hey, let's pause for a minute. Do you like doing this? Do I like doing this? Like, what are we doing here, right? And so we decided to go for it. What we noticed in all of this is that people shouldn't go it alone. People, and this is where we connect with Chris so super well, is that we really believe that people should have a team, and no matter what they're doing, they'll go further faster with people working along beside them, bringing their skills to the table. And then if we're all putting our skills in towards the same goal, then we're just like going like this I don't know, locomotive or something, right, towards the same goal. And so we just partner with people as they're running virtual online events. We bridge that gap. We help them navigate all the nuances of their online event, and we really become their team for those people that don't have a team, or for people who have a team but don't know, their team doesn't necessarily know the online event world. So yeah.
Love that. Charlene, tell us more.
And actually what happened was in October, we were at another event. This is where the aha came that we actually need to stop and rethink what we were doing here. Just put some, consciousness towards what we were doing, is that because we fell into it accidentally, right? So we're like, well, this isn't scalable at all. If we're going to serve people, and this really is meeting a need, we can help a lot more people, but we need to be able to, in a sense, duplicate ourselves, but not just only in skill, but also in heart. So we try and attract now heart-led entrepreneurs who want a cash injection in their business so that they can continue to grow and expand and evolve, and also at the same time get that inside out perspective of what an online event looks like, because it allows you to grow even further, faster, like we did. So we developed Moderators Mastermind and an in-house certification in that 2 months, which is right around the time where we met Chris. And we had called it a membership, but we realized we were actually building a mastermind. And so we married those two, married those two and moved forward with Chris to build it into an agency model. And we launched our mastermind this year. And it's been very exciting because we have attracted our first group of moderators. It's exactly what we were hoping for. They are other entrepreneurs who are heart-led and who are really appreciating the inside out view. And it's so amazing watching them grow so fast, even only after a couple of events. And to see what's now going to happen with their challenges and what's possible, because they're developing these 3 things that we're going to share today, is that building relationships, your authenticity in communication, and a real genuine understanding of who you've attracted to your community through your messaging that's behind your mission. And do you enjoy serving those people? Truly, what do they actually need from you? And are you actually meeting that need effectively within your brand? So that's what we do. That's what we communicate. We eliminate the distractions, and we really, really want to breathe life into the host that they can just literally show up and share.
I love every bit of that. Like, so many things I'm taking away right now. One is not just the 3 things that you're sharing with us today that kind of help that community actually happen, but the fact that you guys have built literally 2 businesses around the same philosophy. And those businesses in many ways have kind of just happened.
Yeah.
Luck is that connection of opportunity and ability and determination, and obviously your determination and ability, and then this opportunity came along, but it's your connection to the 3 things you're talking about right now that made it happen. That's so cool. So explain these 3 things.
So
If I'm not cutting you off, I'm not trying to get ahead of you.
I would say, like, anyone that we've met who really gets this whole relationship piece is there. So like authenticity and relationship are kind of like hand in hand, right? So anyone we've met that is really good at the relationship piece kind of started their business off by serving a need and not ever shooting towards a business. So they weren't ever thinking of their pocketbook. They weren't ever thinking of like their PayPal account. But they were like, oh my goodness, like there's somebody out there that kind of needs something, and I have the skills to pop in there and help, and let me do that authentically, right? And so as a kind of serial entrepreneur, it's very hard to see those opportunities to deny them and just walk away from them. So that's kind of like what happened to me, was like, I see this gap, right? And I understand how we can bridge it. I would be neglectful to kind of walk away from that. But but where relationship comes is like saying like, hey, can I help you? It's no different from when we were kids, right? You see somebody falling on their bike on the side of the street. Are you the person that's going to be like, hey, can I help you up? Or are you okay? Or are you the person that's going to keep on going because you want that ice cream at the end of the lane? Do you know what I mean? So like, that's really what it is. That's what the relationships are about, is like who, and the authenticity, like who are you at your core? And when you're acting from that place and from that heart-centered place, that is where these opportunities are going to come, and you're going to notice them. They're going to be like a great big neon flashing sign, right? So
yeah, and where that meets what we do is people are using challenges and the summit model and masterminds as a vehicle to connect with more people. And one thing that we noticed, which is the area that we serve the strongest and we've heard the most, we've noticed the most conversion and connection through this, is by actually just understanding again who showed up and why they're there. And that involves paying attention and genuinely being involved in the conversation. You're not just there, liking comments, hammering the like button, hammering the love button, but not really giving any feedback. People are there. There's people behind that camera. There's people that took their precious time to show up and hear what you have to say, to learn from you. And it's our responsibility, like Noelle's saying, to really be present with them and to support and encourage that process so that they can dive deeper into the transformation that they need to have, or the learning that they need to have to get little micro wins that lead them into the next stage, because we all need a hand. It's our responsibility to pick up the key and move through the door, but sometimes we need the guide to show up and show us which door to go through, right? So we like to be there. So if somebody's commenting something, we'll normally take that 2-3 steps deeper and go, tell me more. Let's dive a little deeper. What's really beneath that, and make sure that we are serving them at the highest level through whatever the host has offered that week.
Gotcha.
And where that's important in virtual events, Chris, is that when someone's delivering their message or talking about their product or their service, like that's what they're thinking about. But people are then responding on the screen, right? So like your thoughts, and I know you've experienced this before, we all have, your thoughts are being interrupted by reading the comments, and then you're kind of like jagging sort of all over the place. Whereas like when someone is there and understands your message, product, and service, and is there with your links and is there to support your audience, it actually leads to higher conversions, because it's like you've cloned yourself in different areas. So we always position someone on Zoom or StreamYard, another person on Facebook or wherever you're streaming into, YouTube, all of the different areas. So you have these moderators and these people on your team in different on all of the different platforms, and then you can just show up worry-free, deliver your message while everyone else is kind of supporting that in the chat.
Yeah, that makes sense. So our challenges, like, explain for people that aren't very like aware of what a challenge actually is. Give me this short snippet of what is a challenge.
So most of the time it's a 5 to 7 day taste and see of who you are and what you're here to offer the world. And so you're showing up for 45 minutes or an hour a day. We trained under Pedro Adeo. We did not like come up with this by any means. We just saw the need for a team within this model. But a challenge is like, these 45-minute to an hour day-long events with you, where you're kind of presenting the information that then leads to a deeper dive. So you would be selling like your mastermind or your membership or your life coaching or something, a product at the end of that time. But you're giving someone little sort of micro wins along the way. So they're getting that taste and see of you, and they're also getting breakthrough for themselves, so that if they saw that much breakthrough with you in a short amount of time, what would a year look like in their lives, right?
Yeah, that's really good. So that's different though. What's up, Sam? Welcome. Good to see you, man. And JT, welcome. Well, that's different though than me going live in my Facebook group for 5 days in a row explaining something I do, right? because it brings in better engagement. Like what is the twist there versus everybody just going live on like crazy like we all do?
Yeah, so these micro wins are actually like homework, right? Like you're asking someone to work on their lives or their business or whatever the topic may be. So they're actually doing work. And so I've even seen like really practical ones happen where it's like, let's get your website kickstarted in 5 days, or like a friend of ours is an author and she teaches people how to write books. So like she takes them through a process where they're actually more ahead 7 days later than they were 7 days prior because they've started writing their book. Does that make sense? So
it
like
totally makes sense.
What would mentorship look like after that if they got that far in 7 days?
Yeah,
it totally makes sense. Okay. Oh, Sam, awesome. I know, right? These two are amazing.
That's great.
That just made my day, Sam.
What's up? I see Raymond in there too. That's Raymond. Actually, it was Raymond making that comment. Sorry, Raymond.
Thanks, Raymond.
Raymond, great to have you, man. So tell me this then. You guys, as an example of this is not a covered pitch for your upcoming challenge, but it's a really good example. You guys have challenges that you guys run too, because you take your own medicine. So you guys have a challenge coming up. It kind of let us peek behind the curtain for a second of that. You have a challenge coming up that teaches a topic, and people could also, would you let like people in our audience join the challenge to learn how to do a challenge? Does that work that way? Okay. What are you guys teaching in that challenge coming up?
So what we're doing is we've brought on other experts, including yourself, to come on and share about.
I get to speak in this challenge. I'm so excited.
Because we wanted very specific people to come and share. People who genuinely get the relationship aspect of building an online community that continues to convert and grow with you and evolve. We want people to feel supported in that process genuinely. So we're starting the week off with branding. What is that message behind your mission? Are you communicating it effectively with your brand and attracting the people that you really want to work with and who will get the most success with what you're sharing with your product, message, or service? And then the next day, we're rolling naturally into organic attraction marketing. Now, how do you communicate effectively with people in a way where they feel seen, heard, and acknowledged so that they want to be a part of your community? How do you actually make them feel like they belong? Well, not make them feel, but encourage an environment and a space where transformations are possible because you're genuinely building connective relationships there. And then on Wednesday, we're talking about content. What kind of content is going to cut through the noise really sharply right now? Because there's a lot of people last year when we started learning the challenge language from Pedro's community, there's a bunch of us that went out at once, and challenges aren't new, but the way he did challenges was a fresh approach, and it really lit up, Chris. But it really lit up over the past year. So there's a lot of people running challenges. So how can you make yours stand out a little bit different? Your messaging is going to be a big part of that. And also, how can you do it a little bit different? And how can you repurpose your content from one clip into lots of different avenues so that you're freeing up more time to focus on things that you enjoy? And then on Thursday, we're going to be moving into team, the power of having a team that you can actually trust and lean on, because that's a big thing. Why is it as entrepreneurs, we always feel the need that we have to wear all the hats, that nobody can do it better than ourselves, right? And if we don't do it, it's not getting done. But it's a burnout recipe. And I think many of us here have experienced that. If you have, and you guys are here, drop it in the comments. How many people have had a hard time trusting team? It's really difficult. So what we love, and this is actually an area that we stumbled into many times. We talk to the functionality of what we do. Yes, we can check all those boxes. We can do all these things. But the emotionality piece of being really able to trust that somebody is going to do what you asked and or exceed that is such a relief. And we see it in our clients. So we want to communicate how to build a team that will do that for you. And then on Friday,
Friday. Oh my gosh, there's more.
And on Friday, we have this guy who's going to be teaching everybody how to, because we genuinely, Chris, the reason why we invited you is because you are just such an amazing person. You are so authentic and genuine. You were genuinely there. Yes, you can clip this for a testimonial later. You are genuinely there for the people that have showed up to learn from you. You answer everybody's questions. You make sure that they're seen, heard, and acknowledged. And that's our philosophy. And because of that, your students see tremendous growth. And we wanted you to share that with our audience because we believe more people need that messaging. There's a lot of gurus out there. There's a lot of people who are in it for the pocketbook, but we don't feel nor experience that from you. And we believe that more people need to be exposed to people like you who have a good message and can genuinely teach them how to grow and evolve. So yeah, if you guys aren't part of the mastermind, I highly recommend it. It's been life-changing. In a very short period of time, we've grown significantly.
Mm-hmm.
That's very kind. Thanks for saying that, Charlene.
You're welcome.
Now I'm blushing. So, all right. So in your challenge, what are the dates of the challenge again? Remind me. Sorry.
The 3rd to the 7th.
All right. So
Okay.
May 3rd through 7th.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to learn about challenges, like this is kind of the behind the scenes view here, folks. This is why I'm asking the question the way I'm asking. You can go sign up for the challenge. You're going to get an enormous amount of growth in content and homework and like real deal actionable steps.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to keep you accountable, and we're going to get it done for a whole week, like 5 straight days of
Yeah.
crazy cool topics. You're also going to see how challenges work from pros. I think that is such a big win. So not only do you walk away with, oh my gosh, like I finally understand how I should be messaging, how I should be building a community, how I should be talking to my people, how I should be attracting people. You're not only getting clarity on that. And by the way, even if you already know that, like me, I still am constantly clarifying that. Like it's constantly something I'm working on.
Yeah.
You're not only getting clarity on that, but you're seeing, oh, this is how you run a challenge. Like
Mm-hmm.
that right there is worth every second, even if you didn't get any clarity on your own brand, just to realize there's another tool in my tool bag now.
Yeah.
And I can use this tool.
That's right,
very
Chris.
cool.
And ours is actually a little bit trippy in the sense that like the whole thing is about building up your team for your virtual event. So we're not just like running a virtual event for the sake of running a virtual event. We are building a virtual event that's teaching you the pieces you need to put into place to run a virtual event. So it is that inside out view, like Charlene says, and we'll be talking about that the whole way through. So we're excited about this 5 days. It's going to be a party.
Yeah, I'm excited about it too. So okay, up here in the comments, at the top of this post, I'm here looking at my phone. At the top of this post, we put in your website for the challenge, right? Convertwithcommunity.com. That's the one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like everybody watching or rewatching or whatever, like we didn't drop their website in here. They showed up with like free giveaways for you guys and all that stuff. But honestly, my fault. Sorry, I nixed the free giveaway guys because they were just going to give you like lots of cool stuff. What you need is like not give a man a fish, but teach a man a fish, so to speak.
Yeah.
The thing coming up here, the first week of May, it's like a week and a half away. It's like a week away. That's coming up fast. That is real practical step-by-step 5 days in a row work that lets you actually accomplish something. And like Noelle said, it's kind of trippy. You're actually learning how to do a challenge in the process and learning even how to build your own self/your own team to build a challenge.
That's right.
That's really, really cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Like you two are really cool for doing that. I mean, we're all coming back from something from 2020, and it is so nice to have another tool in our tool bag that allows us to do something.
Yeah, and to understand what to do with your community after the fact. What do you do in between events? Like many people are taking this, the live approach to their main marketing plan for 2021, which is a really great approach. Once a month, once bi-monthly, quarterly, whatever you can manage and do and re-roll. Again, depends on who you've got on your team. You can re-roll them more often if you have the supports in place. But what do you do in between those events? So Noelle and I are going to give some insight into what you can do and how you might be able to take existing team that you already have, for those of you that do, and be able to strategically place them so that they're working at their strengths. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys come to Convert with Community too. I'll give you the free gift. Just mess with me. We'll give it out over there.
So yeah, you can also go to Convert with Community. That's there. Yeah, they'll give you everything you need to know. Up there in the top of we got the link up there in the top of this thing. Cian, welcome. Good to see you as always, Cian. And Sam, a lot of value here. Yeah, for real, right? Oh my gosh. So 2 Canadians here on screen. Canadians are cool people. You two live as far apart in Canada as possible, which is basically like opposite sides of the globe, right? Because Canada's pretty big.
It's big. It's like I'm kind of, the closest state to me is Maine, even though I'm even further east, and Charlene's above Seattle, like above Washington State. So we're like.
Yeah, so Charlene's in Pacific time zone. Yeah. Now this blew my mind. I've traveled a lot around this big globe, okay? So time zones usually don't freak me out. But Noelle, what is your time zone?
Oh, this is great.
Thank you. Here we go. I have the Atlantic time zone here.
I didn't know that was a thing. I thought it was Eastern and then like London. I thought that was it. Like
yeah, we have actually someone who's on our production team, Ricardo. He is in my time zone and he's my living proof. He's in Brazil, but he is living proof that I exist over here in the Atlantic time zone.
Yeah, you don't even
the Atlantic Ocean.
You two are awesome. Anything else that I'm missing that we should talk about?
No, I mean, I would just say, if you guys are looking to get out there in front of an audience, like a virtual event is the best way to do it. Another mentor of ours would say, like, what's the best way to learn if an audience is for you or not for you? Run a 3 to 5 day challenge. In 3 to 5 days, you'll know if it catches or not, and then you can move on to the next thing. It's a great market research tool. It's a great way to know if you're hitting, if you need to tweak things with your business model, and it's a great way to just move online as well. So we're excited about it. We love being people's teams for challenges and other virtual events, summits. So we would love to talk more with you if you're interested.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't find 2 more kind, genuine, authentic, and down-to-earth people that really mean the right things for their clients, that aren't just in it for the cash, but they're in it to see things change. So these 2 are amazing humans. Link is up there at the top of it. Jack says, yes, same as mine. Jack, you're in nowhere land time zone. That's right. He's in Brazil.
Yay, Jack. See? There's 3 of us.
Oh my gosh. All right, so I just knocked over a tripod here on my
no.
I'm so excited about time zones. Jump on that link above at the top of this thing. I'll drop it again here in the comments in a few minutes. But folks, go do this challenge in a week or so, May 2nd through 6th. Is that right? 3rd through 7th?
3rd through 6th. 3rd through 7th, yeah.
Monday through Friday, May 3rd through 6th. Because you'll learn a ton about your own branding, marketing, outreach, and community building. But you'll also see how to do a challenge, and you'll see how you can use a team to build a challenge. And that's very valuable. Jack, I'm always saying I'm 1 hour ahead of Eastern. Yeah, I know. Right. It's so
Jack,
hard.
We could do a challenge on the Atlantic time zone. How about
some public announcement? We're really here, guys. Come on. All right. Noelle and Charlene, you're awesome. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you for having us. We had so much fun.
Bye, guys.